Bienvenidos a Amigos Flyways podcast. I am your host, Joey Basayo. And on mi derecho, we have farmboy.com, Gavin Colas. Say hi, everybody. Cal can't be here this week.
Cal had some stuff come up.
I got the
call.
You got the call. And you know what? That's okay. Because we've got the two best hosts here. We don't need his ass.
We're not going there. I'm not going to show
We're
Cal
here,
like that.
but we're here. We're not going there. We're here, bitch. Oh, my God.
I just skipped volleyball tonight for this.
You skipped volleyball?
Yeah.
When did you start playing volleyballs on Wednesday? Volleyball on Wednesday?
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Really?
I started subbing for a team. Yeah.
Oh, you started subbing.
Yep. Sand volleyball.
What, Mama G's?
No, Boondocks. Booners.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Booners.
It's a good time. Pitcher of beers are like $4.
Count me there. I'm not bad at volleyball.
Really? For being 5'7", that shocks me.
One time, every time, Carter has to make a reference about how short I am, even though I'm not.
Well,
how tall are you, Carter?
6'3".
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'3".
No, you're not.
No.
No.
Just answer for the podcast. How tall are you?
6'1".
No, you're not.
No.
Okay, 6 foot.
Dude,
I'm 6 foot.
no, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
I think I'm taller than you, and I'm 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot. That's what my license says.
Well, that doesn't mean shit.
Oh, if your license says it, then of course.
I would never lie in a government document.
Oh, really?
No, never.
Well, that makes one of us in this room.
Was your weight accurate when you made your driver's license?
It actually was.
As well? Really?
Yep.
What does it say?
I honestly don't remember, but it is accurate. I don't lie on government documents.
Whatever, bro.
Did your high school do that where you were like your size was on like varsity sports was way over what you actually were?
No.
Did that matter for soccer? Oh,
no,
for football,
we were just,
football, everyone's like 20, 30 pounds heavier.
Right.
Like we had a kid that literally we read through Matt Graffall, 6'3", 190. I was like, with fucking 20-pound weights in his hands, maybe. Matt's a beanpole. There's no way.
No, it was actually better to say how small I was in high school. Joey playing varsity as a sophomore, 5'2", 125 pounds. And then they all look at me like, oh my God. And I just go,
I do have photos of you from that. And it is remarkable how small you were through like the first year, sophomore and junior year.
Yeah, it wasn't until like 3/4 of the way through junior year where I was just like, oh. Like I ate a mushroom on Mario.
It had to be after prom because I think I have, is it your junior
that was
prom?
My,
or is it your sophomore prom photo?
Sophomore.
I have that photo as your contact when you call.
That's bad.
Either that or the one from Boondocks from Game Fair.
With the faux hawk?
Yep, with the faux hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's that one or if it's the Boondocks cigarette photo that I have.
Show me that photo.
What?
I've never seen that photo.
Yeah, you have.
Wait. Oh, you thought it was like blackout and I wasn't.
No, it's when you grabbed the cigarette from me. We were sitting there and I had a cigarette in my hand. You're just like, and I was like, snap that for his wife.
Nice.
That was the.
Was that 2 years ago?
The year.
The year of the party?
No. Was it 21?
Her and I weren't together. Well, actually, we were.
Yeah, it was 21 because it was right when you guys got back together.
Okay.
Yeah. Because 19's the year you slept on my floor. Yeah. I did not get a photo that year.
Yeah, that was a bad year.
The old man still brings that up. He loves that.
Why doesn't he?
He loves every bit
Why
of
wouldn't
that
he? I was
moment.
passed out on a dirty ass floor, dude.
Oh, no, that floor's clean. Come on. Oh, yeah.
I remember laying down and getting like a chip of something in my shoulder. I was like, ow, there's a freaking rock in my shoulder. I'm like, I'm on the living room floor, dude.
It's probably from me wearing my boots in there. Dude, New York. Let's hear about it. Come on. Spill the details.
New York was one of the coolest places I've ever hunted.
Oh, just because the scenery with the Adirondacks and shit in the background?
The Catskills and Adirondacks and the rolling hills and mountains. I never thought I would see that
New York?
many mountains, though.
The Adirondacks?
Adirondacks.
Adirondacks? My English is bad.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've, if you ever got like the fur fishing game magazines, they talk about that being some of the most rugged country in the U.S. still. If you get like way in there for certain guys that still run old school big trap lines on canoes through there, I've heard it's rugged.
Dude, it's
I've never been there, but I want to go. It's on my list.
Carter, like the fog that we experience every day was like
he
on
was with
another.
you?
Yeah, he was filming.
Oh, why'd you bring a bad film guy?
I don't know. He wasn't cheap either, so I'm like, what did I?
Dude, he's an employee. I thought.
No.
God, that's just foolish.
No.
I would.
No, he
I
just
would.
helps us out a couple times a month, is all. But
Fucking
no.
$250 a day tops.
No, but $125. So anyway,
Negotiations.
we get there and we start driving, and I'm like, whoa, like whoa, like it's fucking beautiful, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like the scenery was incredible. The rolling hills is what got me. Carter had to take Dramamine when we were scouting. Up and down and curvy roads.
You are so soft.
Sorry about it. I get motion sick.
Hey, are you still scared of seaweed too?
Nope. I am not.
Thank you, Carter's parents, for showing us that
Yes. Thank you so much.
video. So incredible. Oh, God. His grandma called his mom the other day and said that we were being too mean to Carter.
On the pod?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. She better not
This
listen
might
to the
have to be
sports
one of
guy.
those episodes, Carter.
She better not
No.
listen to the sports guys one.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
The sports guys one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I call you the R word a lot on there.
Oh, don't do that. That's
Oh.
bad.
All the time.
That's bad.
He's dumb.
Yes. He is dumb.
Did he try and beat you in another foot race?
No, he wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare.
We should run that back, but you have to backpedal.
I think he'd win in a back pedal.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I've seen you run backwards. I feel like I
Yeah,
got
bro.
some faith. Bro, dude, you run just as quick backwards as you do forwards when I've seen you run backwards.
Really?
Yeah.
I know I can skate as fast as I can backwards as I do forwards.
Oh, I
Easy.
can only skate forward at that rate. I have no brakes.
Really?
No.
Huh.
I grew up here playing pond hockey, but I'm the kid that like had to take the corner hot because I was never stopping. There's not a whole lot of brakes. In
You
my
couldn't
skating.
stop on your skates?
No, because my ankles are weak as shit, so I was always afraid they were going to break.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't have
Cal's
good
got
ankles.
chicken legs too.
He stops. I've skated with Cal.
I know, but he's got chicken legs. You know,
I just have paper mache ankles, so like I avoid anything and anything and everything that might put them in jeopardy.
like I feel like that backcountry big game hunting would hurt you then.
Oh, dude, I have to have like the most reinforced boot with a shank, like imaginable.
Really
Oh, dude, when we hunt in Colorado, my boots are like just on.
tight as hell.
Oh, yeah, I have to because like going up at that angle destroys me, and coming down is so hard on like my front shins. My ankles are. That's why I like Montana more. It's kind of a little bit more of a roll.
Yeah.
It's a little less. Because where we hunt in Colorado, you're hunting like 12s, so like it's vertical.
Like 12 and 12.
No,
12
like
pitch.
12,000 feet.
Ah.
It's like we hunt up like mountains that go to like 12,000. So like you're hunting vertical. We don't go to 12,000 for elk, but like it's vertical the whole way, and it
Yeah.
sucks.
So anyway,
Yeah,
New
sorry,
York.
back New York.
New York, hunting by the river out there in an undisclosed location. So cool. The amount of geese out there is crazy. Like a lot. When you think of New York, you don't think of a shitload of geese, but
I mean, I've seen enough of those videos of upstate where guys running unplugged guns that I assumed they had a fuck ton.
yeah, well, I mean, I was just like, whoa, this is a lot. But the shitty part is it was so hot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we were supposed to get weather. Did not get the weather. Every
Do you
day
have
the
any
weather
wind?
changed. No.
Ooh,
Less than 2 every day. Bad.
killing.
So it's super cold, or it's not super cold. It's just a temperature difference down in these valleys. And you have fog everywhere. Can't see more than 35 yards in front of your face. You'd like get there in the morning, start setting up your blind, start grassing it, and you like look around, can't see the pile of grass.
Damn.
It was very discombobulating. I was
That'd
like,
be
I need
wild.
a freaking light, dude.
I haven't hunted that kind of fog in a long time. And I'm good.
I've never hunted
Usually-
that kind of fog.
I got stranded on
hunted
a lake
some-
one time.
Oh, in the fog.
We got turned around.
Yeah, a
Thank
lake.
God for a cell tower. Cell tower's the only reason I could figure out where I was. I could see the cell tower and I knew where it was in town, and I was like, oh, just drive towards the cell tower. I know this farmer. Then I walked up. He drove me to my truck, and then he went down to the tractor and picked my boat up and brought it to the house.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. He's the best. But I've known him literally my entire life.
Yeah.
But
No, I had to use
That fog-
Onyx. I had to use Onyx one time on the lake.
do you have to
I
worry
think you were
about-
there that day. The day we were
Yeah.
shooting canvasbacks. I
Uh-huh.
couldn't find the island.
I know you couldn't. I remember. Trust me.
So foggy.
You were like, made 2 loops, and I'm like, do you know where you're going? You're like, yeah, it's fine. pull your glove off and you're looking. I'm like, he has no fucking clue where we're going.
I've hunted a billion times.
Oh yeah, but like
But
we had overshot and we were out in the main lake, and you were like confused, and you were like, oh shit, go back.
Mm-hmm. But no, it was.
Did you guys have like a lot of houses close by, or not really? So it's just like farm fields.
Yeah.
The photos I've always seen are like small.
Ag.
Yeah, the photos I've always seen about upstate New York, especially that area, is like dairy farms. A lot of like three, four farms, dairy farm, 3-4 fields, dairy farm, stuff like that. So I wasn't sure if it was like that.
There were a lot of dairy farms up there. A lot of Amish.
Dude,
like a lot.
That part of New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, the Amish.
I always knew Pennsylvania had a lot of Amish, but I didn't realize New York had that much. There's buggy signs everywhere. Horse and buggy signs crossing.
Dude, we saw one broke down where I hunted last weekend, or 2 weekends ago. 3 weekends ago. Yeah, a guy lost a wheel. It's just sitting on the axle, one wheel. No, we kept driving.
Come on, dude.
No.
You're not going to use your technology to help a guy.
What do you want me to do? I didn't have anything with.
Pull a jack out.
I didn't have anything with. He'd be fine. The Amish are resourceful.
Gavin, this podcast is brought to you by First Lite. And we just got a bunch of the new First Lite stuff, and it is freaking awesome. By far, my favorite so far out of the 3 items that I've tried on is the Rugged Field Shirt. Isn't that what it's called?
Yep, Rugged Wool Field Shirt.
Rugged Wool Field Shirt. Mm-hmm. And it is so comfortable.
It looks nice.
The problem is there's so many different names, and I get jumbled up. But the Rugged Wool Field Shirt is nice.
It is nice.
I always worry about, I was telling you this before the podcast, I always worry about the collars chafing on my neck. I don't know if I'm just a baby boy or if I have really sensitive skin around my neck.
I have the same problem. Most of my sweatshirts, other than my First Light one, are cut in the center because it rubs right here on my neck, and it bothers the shit out of me.
Is that why people do that?
Yeah.
I always wondered why people cut it.
You didn't know that?
I thought it was like a trend.
No, I cut it because it rubs on my neck. I got a fat neck.
This was a trend.
I got a fat neck.
You do got a fat neck. You got a fat ass too, bro.
No, I have no ass. Yes, everyone who knows me knows I have no ass.
Yeah, you got plywood.
Yeah, like a fucking 2x4.
Mm-hmm. But no, guys, go and check their stuff out. All the wool stuff, seriously, is just
top notch.
Top notch, dude.
That and the furnace hoodies. The furnace hoodies, the play.
Also wool.
Yep. I love the furnace hoodie. Yep. I was wearing mine today.
Yeah. But no, you can shoot 15 geese a day, unplugged shotguns.
So did you take your plug out?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I took the plug out on my 20 gauge. The weird part is that Jordan was telling me is that you can only have up to 6 shells in your gun if you're shooting a semi-auto.
Really?
In New York. If you have a plug, if you have a pump, you can have as many as you want.
Why?
I don't get it, dude.
I feel like the videos I saw back in the day out there, it was like extension tubes with semi-autos, but maybe that was before there were some new rules or something. Huh, interesting.
I don't know. It was weird.
That is weird.
And I don't understand how it was forever. It was 1 goose a day in New York. But in September, always, it was 15 geese a day. Why not just even it out?
5 across the board.
Give it 8.
Sure, 8. Something.
Give it 8.
That's odd. I don't know.
Super weird.
I stopped a long time ago trying to figure out why certain states' DNRs do the things they do. Mm-hmm. The math don't math to me.
What is really cool out there, though, is he just started doing November guided hunts for the first time because they just raised all their limits. They can shoot 4 mallards a day again, 2 black ducks.
Gotta be careful out there, though. A lot of hybrids.
Oh, you're saying like you'll accidentally go over on your black ducks?
No, you'll go over on... You gotta be careful. It's like when we were in Maine, the guy warned, he goes, hey, make sure like if you shoot a black duck, it has to be perfectly black. Otherwise, if you shoot a hybrid, you have to count it as a black duck. He won't let you count it as a mallard because you guys will nitpick you. So like I have a hybrid.
The DNR?
The DNR if you get stopped because they're generally federal, at least in Maine. It's like we were in Maine, I shot like a beautiful Drake black duck and then I smoked one and I was like, oh, it brought it back. I was like, oh, that's a hybrid. Like it's got the green in the head and this. And he goes, just count it as your black duck. He goes, that gets dicey around here. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough.
But I mean, that's so dumb.
Technically, you can count it as either or, is how I read it and how I was always told.
Right.
So then I was like, oh, I'll count it as a mallard and I can shoot another black duck. Like, perfect. And I was like, no, because we were hunting like right next to the banding station. I was like, kind of want a banded one. Give me a banded one.
Didn't get one though.
No. What's funny though is we had a bird fly in early, a single, and I let it float because Nate couldn't get camera, like film of it. And then it flew away and I heard bang, and that group was his buddy. and they got a band. I don't know if it was the same bird. I have no way of knowing.
That hurts.
Because it like flew down and went around the channel, but like in my head I was like, that was a big duck. I'm like, they shot a big drake male. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, I wanted to see sunlight so I could see good drakes and pick out one for the wall because I have a black duck from here. I wanted a black duck from Maine, so I was like, I want both.
And a banded one would be a lot cooler.
Oh God, it would be, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back for sure.
You're gonna go back to Maine?
Yeah, I want to hunt with Andrew again for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to New York
next
November.
Year? Oh, in November?
Yeah,
dude, your November I thought was booked. Where are you gonna go? How are you gonna find the time?
Why?
You told me you had a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I got to take some clients out to Angel Wing, and then
I thought you said you had a bunch of stuff in November and December this year.
December, yeah. December's always pretty booked.
I'm gone.
But
like
November,
2/3.
not really.
How's your wife feel about that?
I don't know. I haven't told her yet.
So tentatively you're going.
Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah,
I'm going, baby.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going. I want to shoot some black ducks on the river.
Strong.
That area is
strong-willed young man.
It's so cool, dude.
Oh, I bet.
It was like suburban yet Amish. What was so cool is the first day we were there, they have no-till, like period, no-till. And if you are going to till, it has to be the day that you're planning because of all the silt. And then he showed me a picture of Vermont, and you can see the silt because they don't have a no-till policy. You can see the silt in the water on their side of the lake, but on New York, it's clean. It's like, whoa. So I'm thinking to myself,
it's because
this field has been farmed since the 1600s.
Yeah, something like that.
Like the place has been around for forever, which I thought was so cool.
The history up there is super cool on some of those old farms.
Dude, well, the Airbnb we were staying at was built in 1850, and that wasn't even close to the oldest home around there.
Oh, yeah.
What was that church, Carter?
17, like 30s.
I looked at one for sale the other day that was like an old farm that said like 16-something. I was like, God, 17-something. I was like, God, that'd be cool.
Here?
No, out there.
Oh, out there.
When you said you were out there, then I started like looking at houses out there for funsies and shit. I always like real estate, so
it's cool, dude.
Oh, dude, it's such a cool area and such like it's interesting like history through like that upstate New York, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, that whole area. Also a lake house out there.
Can't imagine how much that
dude,
costs.
like $2 to $5 million is an average, and I was like, I was like, I'm bitching about prices here.
Right here was the craziest thing. It would have been so cool. It would have been way less stressful if I was by myself. So
yeah, you had camera guy,
2 children,
wife.
Right. So we go up there, start hunting right away, all that, and then after the 4th day of hunting, dropped him off at the airport, dropped off our rental van, and then took a train into the city.
New York City, yeah.
Yeah. And the train ride was fucking gorgeous.
Oh, I bet.
Like you're just following the Hudson River the entire time. And you could just see waterfowl all over the river.
It's such a beautiful history of waterfowl, too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hunt Long Island.
Why were you laughing like that?
What?
You're
Just because I was thinking about like all the cool history that I've read about from out there.
There is a lot of you can
like
can
Long
feel
Island.
it.
Like Long Island's got a bunch of cool history to it.
Yep. No, Long Island duck, the way they made it was like they were the first people to do it like that. So it's well known. Long Island duck is apparently world renowned. And so one of my cousins on the Palucci side, my dad's cousin.
So hard to follow this.
So
you
Italian. So Italian. They grew up hunting with this guy named Manning, and he was a famous decoy carver. And he is the last private blind on Long Island.
Oh.
Like you can still hunt off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's grandfathered in or whatever. And I'm like, I'm calling your bluff, and I'm coming there, and I'm going to shoot birds out of it. They're like, yeah, we'll hunt over his decoys.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be so cool, dude. So cool.
Off of the waterfall topic, but there's Sitka released a article last year of a guy that bow hunts on Long Island for deer.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah,
dude.
but they're huge, but you can see New York City skyline in the background. And it's like such a cool photo because he's standing over like 4 cornfields in a swamp. Then you see New York City and he goes, I work downtown as an investment banker and I bow hunt here and it's 37 minutes from the city. And I'm like, that is so cool because there are people from New York that I've like known from my family who have like lived there and worked there and stuff that never leave the city. Like my cousin Allie had a roommate when she lived in New York in Manhattan. She grew up in Manhattan. She had never left Manhattan. Like that girl, she had been to the boroughs, but she's never left New York City for anything ever.
Wow.
And it's like, that's so wild that some people, because like to me, like a 2-3 hour, 4 hour drive is nothing. Mm-hmm. I'll do it on a Tuesday night after work to go out and like look at something and come home or go visit a buddy. Like it doesn't bother me. And like for her, like walking 4 blocks was a long way.
Walking 4 blocks was a long way?
For like that girl, she's like, yeah, when we were like growing up, she's like, we lived a block from my school. Everything we did was on the way there. She goes, I never left Manhattan ever.
Everybody walks out there. Everybody walks.
It was wild talking to her.
What was really cool is we stayed at Derek and Parissa's, her sister's house. The view was spectacular. I never sent you any of the videos, did I?
What borough is that in?
God, it was Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn? Oh, that's super
right
cool.
on the river. And so he's like, you got to come and check out my office. We'll get a city bike. I was like, what's a city bike? And you can get an app on your phone that allows you to rent these electric bikes.
Goddamn electricity.
And take it to wherever. And then there's docking stations all over the place.
So like, do you have to type in like where you're going? Oh, no. You just ride it?
It just said it had 19 miles of charge. And I was like, cool. So he gets going. He's like, careful. It's really fast. And I was like, okay. So one pedal, dude, and that thing goes, just going. I'm like, whoa, dude. And there's like bike lanes everywhere. Yeah. And everyone's an asshole.
Oh, yeah. It's New York City.
Well, no. Everyone I met in New York was super nice. Seriously. Super nice. On the train, people are like, "Oh my God, is there anything I can do to help you guys get on and off the train?"
But driving in New York City is known to be.
So then we get into the bike lane, and there are people just like chilling in the bike lane. So you almost smoke them, and then there's people just walk across the bike lane out of nowhere. People almost got hit by traffic like constantly. This is why Cars are swerving into the bike lane. I'm like, we're gonna die. This is a 2-mile bike ride, and I'm gonna die. I almost hit like 15 people. It was crazy, and I'm going 25 miles an hour in a bike lane.
Just
going around
why
people.
I would never do that.
It was so exhilarating. It was so much fun, dude. But there's signs everywhere. It's like, do not eat the fish, do not eat the shellfish, do not eat this, do not eat that, because the river's so polluted.
Oh, yeah, I can only imagine. It's dirty.
But the pizza...
It's a dirty Metropolitan.
The pizza was out of this world. And I truly mean out of this world.
See, I like Chicago's pizza more. I'm a deep dish guy. I'm sorry that hurts your soul. I'm sorry.
Have you ever been in New York?
Yeah, twice.
Really? Where?
Mm-hmm. Well, Nate and I got stuck in LaGuardia for 19 hours.
LaGuardia, but continue.
Whatever. And then my dad and I have been to Manhattan. My dad works in Manhattan all the time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. My sister got to go do the tour of the Sephora and I think it's Louis Vuitton. Got to go like hang out with their CEO because that's like who my dad deals with through like business.
Big
so
dick.
like no, just my dad's job. So like my sister got to like hang out on like penthouse views and all that stuff. So I've been there with him for work and stuff. Not my thing. I very much am not a city person.
It's really cool to visit.
100%. Cool to leave
Super
too.
Cool.
Super
yeah,
cool.
I was very happy to leave.
Super cool to leave.
Very happy to leave. It was very overstimulating.
Yeah, it's like visiting LA. Visiting LA is super cool. And then after about a day, I'm like, yeah, fuck this.
Right. No, you can't stay in LA. You have to go outside of LA.
No. About the only major metropolitan that I've actually gone to that I actually like enjoy and like go back to regularly is Denver.
Really?
I enjoy Denver for whatever reason. I enjoy Denver. I guess Dallas isn't so bad either. Dallas is all right. But like St. Louis, oh God.
St. Louis is not cool, dude.
Love
Kansas City, not cool.
Dude, I've stopped in Kansas City at like 2 o'clock in the morning coming home from Arkansas. And I got off like the
Waffle House. Waffle House, Kansas City, 2 a.m.
I got off the highway to get gas with my grandfather, as you know. Pop's not a friendly human being.
He's not messing around.
No. But I pull in this gas station, and it's got bulletproof glass and like 4 holes to talk through and then a little credit card slot. And the guy goes, "Kid, what are you doing here?" And then you just hear, "Pop, pop, 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 pop." And I'm like, "Oh, what is that?" And he goes, "What do you think it is?" I was like, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah, you're not in a safe part of town." I was like, "Oh," he goes, "Please get gas and get the fuck out of here." I was like, "Okay." God. We're driving the old man's like Yukon Denali. Like we didn't fit in.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, we gotta get out of here." No, that God. Nashville's okay to visit, but I like leave. I don't like be
I
in
liked Nashville. NWTF was a riot.
I want to go. I've never gone, but I want to go.
Come with me this year.
Are you going?
Oh yeah,
With
I'm going back. Who?
Are you just gonna go
I think.
hang out?
I think we're gonna go with First Light.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to work NWTF.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I guess
It's not
unless
bad.
Logan wanted to get a booth, I'd work for Logan.
Yeah, he has a booth.
Oh, I'll work for Logan, then I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll come down and hang out. Because I heard it's
Yeah.
like February.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's in February.
Let's go.
I couldn't go this past year because I was having my son.
Yeah, you're having a child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have kids, so I have no rules.
Right.
I just have to get the dogs taken care of. And now with two of them, that's harder.
Speaking of no rules, Gavin, this podcast is sponsored by Outlaw. And when you're drinking Outlaw, there's no rules.
There's no rules.
Because you're an outlaw. You know? This podcast is fueled by Outlaw.
Don't do that. Jesus Christ.
I love this beer so fucking much. I can't get over it.
Yeah.
I get pissed when you go somewhere and they don't have it.
I haven't been somewhere where they serve it on tap.
When I was in Nebraska, they had it on tap.
Oh, I didn't ask there.
And then
I
they
saw
had
us
it
get
at the
bloody.
Denver airport on tap.
Really? I always get bloody beer in Nebraska.
You get bloody?
Bloody beer. Tomato in your beer?
Oh.
Bloody beer?
Clamato?
It's just called bloody beer. That's what they've always called it. That's what I've always gotten.
I've never put tomato juice in this.
I always get a Coors Light. Pretty safe.
Yeah.
Never ventured off that.
This would be really good.
I bet it would be. It's got a nice taste, like a nice fruity aftertaste.
Right.
There was I don't know if Keenan got it at a place in Bemidji or up by Bemidji, but when we were up there hunting, he had it. He had like 3 cases he bought locally, so I was impressed of Outlaw.
Dude, it's kind of exploding through Minneapolis right now.
It should. It's great beer.
It's really good.
They need to come out with like some collector cans. That'd be sick.
Hardy just came out with his own collector
They
case.
did?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Hey, Derek, if you're listening to this, hook me up. Hook me up.
Dirk.
Send me one of those.
You notice it's a topo map, kind of like your shirt?
Yeah, which I like. Which brings us into another sponsor of the pod.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Onyx, guys. Onyx sponsors this podcast. We have a discount code.
Boom.
MWF20.
This shit's the best.
And honestly, use it all the time. Use it in New York. It was great.
Literally, yeah. If you don't have all 50 states, get it. You're just being foolish.
It's true. You want to spend less money on your Onyx membership? People have asked,
Or-
I already bought it. What can I do? Cancel your membership. Redo it. Use our discount code.
I mean,
Like 25 people have
but you
messaged
already
me and
spent
said,
$60.
no, it just refunds you.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the rest of the year, whatever you haven't used already.
I finally used yours after like 4 years.
You what? Oh, after 4 years.
Yeah, because mine is just on a re-up. So then I'll just get a notification be like, oh, your Onyx re-up. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn it. I forget that it's in January. I never pay attention. I have like 4 things like that. My Adobe re-ups, and I'm like, why do I have $109 on my credit card?
Right.
Then I open, I'm like, oh, my Adobe Lightroom. Ah.
We needed it in New York because their roads wind for like 5 miles with no turnoffs.
It was bad.
That doesn't surprise me.
It was bad, dude.
There's so many. It's so wild to me, like how gridded we grew up. Like Minnesota's pretty much section by section.
It's because we were so late throughout, like, getting the country.
Oh, yeah.
That place was founded hundreds of years ago.
No,
dude.
it's wild to me. That, and I think it has to do with ag, of how it was gridded. Because, like, there's so much more ag here than, like, other places. But, like, even parts of Wisconsin and parts of, like, Wisconsin, Michigan, you get into that and you're like, where the fuck? Like, how do I get off?
Right.
Or, like, I was talking to a kid about a bear hunt in, like, West Virginia. Their hauler, they call it the hauler road.
Yeah.
It's like 29 miles. You can't turn around. So he's like, yeah, if we have to go to, like, I don't remember what he said, some, like, I don't think it was a Dollar General or something. He goes, it's 27 miles one way. And I was like, there's no turnoffs? He goes, no. You just pass houses of people, you know. I go, how long was your bus ride to school? He goes, 2.5 hours. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, we got to go up my hauler road, turn around, grab a bunch of kids, and go down another hauler road to then get to my school. And I'm like, fuck that.
Get
no
more buses.
fucking way. He goes, yeah, once I could drive, he goes, then the drive to school is only 30 minutes. I'm like, that would have pissed me off. In like my early high school years, 2 hours in the bus, I'd have been like,
Dude, the bus already pissed me off. Yeah.
I never rode it.
Oh.
My mom only lived like a mile from school, so I just would walk home.
Oh, that's nice.
Our middle school and high school is only a mile from my mom, so I was like, I'm walking. Fuck this.
No, I lived like
You were rich.
15 minutes.
You were rich, and you went to private school and lived out in the country. I did not.
I didn't live in the country, dude.
That house is in the country.
I lived in Plymouth when I rode the bus.
What? What about the big
bus?
house?
The bus wouldn't come all the way to Corcoran to grab me.
Oh, not when it was the big house?
Right.
Damn.
Yep. So my sister had to drive me to school.
Damn.
She hated it.
I bet.
Saved our lives one time, though.
You did or she did?
I did. She's an idiot. She, there's this big road that goes like this. It's in Maple Grove. It's Nottingham Parkway. Mm-hmm. So Bass Lake Road and Nottingham Parkway. Mm-hmm. You can either go down the parkway or you can go towards the school.
Yep, towards school.
There's this huge landscaping wall there, or retaining wall.
Yep.
And we're going around the curve, and she was like, the road was slippery. She's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She starts doing it, and she starts hitting the brake, and then she's an idiot.
Gas.
She starts going, and I'm like, just hold the wheel in one spot. She's trying to turn it, and she's like, ah! And she's like actively trying to do this. I'm like, stop. Like I was like 14. I'm like, stop, dude. Or no, I was younger than that. She's 7 years older than me. She was a senior.
So you were like 11.
I was like 11. I'm like,
stop turning it.
Stop. But this is
point the wheel where you want to go. If you're losing control, point the wheel where you want to go, because when it catches it will just shift.
And it will catch because uneven salted.
Yes.
Unevenly salted.
It's going to catch.
This is why every
high school kid that just spins donuts in a parking lot. Every kid learns this.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Every kid should do a drifting course.
I don't even know if a drifting course, but people should just not be Karens and let kids go fuck around in parking lots.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we should just like go into a parking lot that has not been plowed yet or salted and be like, go have fun. Go have fun. Try it out.
We used to do that so much and get in so much trouble in high school.
I always had rear wheel drive, and
I always had a truck, so yeah.
Right. And I was like, wow, this is not hard. You know, like how do people get into car accidents? You know, and then I drove my buddy's Honda Civic, front wheel drive with an e-brake, and I'm like, oh, this is fun, dude. Just and just whip backwards, and you just do it 360.
What's wild though is like in any ice conditions, I would much rather have a front wheel drive vehicle than like rear.
Really?
Oh yeah, because like to me, front wheel drive responds way cleaner because the motor is on top of the wheels, so the weight is central. It's like your back end kicks out, which you can just adjust with brake and gas. Versus like rear wheel drive, you have no weight in the back, so your ass is spinning, and you're trying to push off that to push weight forward. So there's just no control. You have to be more experienced. Front wheel drive has a lot more forgiveness. Like if you overcorrect and you like brake funny, it doesn't, like in my old 90s pickup, like if you braked weird.
I'm less comfortable with a front wheel drive.
Really?
Because I'm so used to rear.
I had a 2008 Cobalt that we used to fucking rip around and just beat the shit out of in parking lots for fun. Mm-hmm. I loved that car. We called it the Hoopty.
The Hoopty.
The Hoopty.
The Hoopty. The holler.
Cost me $400.
Damn.
The AC didn't work, and the fan only worked when it would scream until the belt would get lubed and on high for heat. So you'd be driving to school, like the 4 miles or 3 miles, and it'd be like, the whole way. And I'm like, God, this sucks.
Oh, my God. No, so anyway, what have you... Excuse me, I just burped. What have you noticed this year since we started hunting on September 1st? Because we saw a good hatch.
Not many birds around home.
We saw a good hatch, though, right?
Yeah, fair hatch,
not in
your
area?
I mean, there are a lot of ducks around, but I have not had a lot of geese around. All the geese that we have had have just stayed in town. And I only hunted around town one day at Matt's and one day with you, which Matt's was fun, but we probably should have shot cleaner. It would have been better. But yeah, a lot of birds not leaving town, a lot of birds on grass. I went up north for the one weekend. We shot 55 the one day. And then
what made you go up north? That was so confusing to me.
I've been trying to hunt with him for like years because he's lived up there. Mm-hmm. And I just have never been able to because I'm always in charge of like a group of dudes or somebody wants to hunt and somebody wants to come out of the cities and hunt, or like you and I make a plan to hunt together and then we're both scouting the area. So then it was like finally like I had a weekend where like
no one was bugging you.
Riley had to work and had a wedding, so he's gone. You're gone. Cal was busy. There's no one. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going up north. So I loaded the dogs and up north we went. So
You smashed them.
Oh, we fucked them up. It was bad. But like we were way the fuck up there. Like it was impressive the amount of birds we saw for how far that is up there. But it's a lot of wheat, so it makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, we know we fucked them up. The only problem was we had some kids show up in the morning. And note to self, to everybody listen to this, if you're ever going to get permission and two brothers or two whatever farm something, get permission from both fucking people. Do not get permission from one person and assume that they communicated it. Because we showed up and we had permission from one brother, written and approved, and another group of guys show up with written and approved permission from the other brother.
Oh my God.
So our fucking 7-man hunt turned into a 12-man hunt or an 11-man hunt real quick.
Ugh.
Yeah, and like I bring a dog. Dog's not coming. I'm not
You left him in the truck?
Fuck yeah, I'm not hunting my dog with a bunch of kids I don't know.
Yeah.
I recognize the one from Game Fair from talking to his buddy, but I don't know those kids from Adam. My dog's not hunting over you.
Yeah.
And like the one kid tried to sell me. He's like, well, we've hunted over a dog. And I'm like, dude, you can tell me that all you want. I don't know you. Not happening.
But they wanted you to bring the dog?
Oh, yeah. Because they asked, like, you train? I'm like, a little bit. And Keenan's like, yeah, he trains a lot. I'm like, I mean, the stuff.
Oh, you're with Keaton too?
Yeah. Keenan's one that lives up there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I was with Keenan.
Nice.
But no, I was just like, no, like he's not coming. I'm like, not trying to be rude, but like I don't know you guys, and if I don't know you well enough, my pre-hunt speech comes off a bit of a dick.
Right. Right.
So I was just like, nah,
my dog,
fuck
you.
My fucking situation, like the guy. But I'm that respectful for anybody. If you brought a dog, if you bring a dog, I'm like, hey man, your show. You tell me what you want, how you want to hunt it. I am not controlling.
Get in the
shooting.
truck, Gavin. That's how I'm running that
take
hunt.
a fucking nap.
Get in the truck.
Sweet. Give me a stogie and crack the window. I'd be fine. I'd be happy as a clam. Call me if you need me.
Okay. So up north was good.
Oh, yeah, we fucked them up. And then I came home. Duck opener for me with the new shop and everything. I just have not had time to scout.
You didn't duck hunt?
No, I hunted with a couple local kids that we both know, and we shot like 6 and then got fucking rained on. The storm hit us smack dab. So when we walked back out to the field, also our roost got jumped, so that sucked.
Classic.
Yeah, like 15 minutes in, just you can hear that pellets hitting water, and I was like, that's the roost. And we turned and like 500 mallards just gone. And I was like, fuck. So we had some geese that were kind of trailing around and dinging around, and we got a couple. I mean, I think we shot 5 or 6 total. Some ducks. But I was like, once the rain hit and I opened my blind doors and my blind was soaked, I was like, roost got jumped.
Right.
Blind's fucking wet. I'm in joggers. I'm totally cool just going and watching football. We can call it a day.
Right.
I didn't hunt Sunday. I just worked on the shop. So the shop's been taking a lot of my time, plus the pup. So I just have not had time to scout. So I'll probably hunt more here coming up. Now that the boats are both done, though, we're going to test the boat out Saturday.
You got that 4 Rivers and then the PPF layout boat.
I got the layout boat, the 4 Rivers Mini with a PPF mud motor. Go get a PPF if you don't have one. You need one. Some shameless plug for Jake. Fantastic motor. Love mine so far. But I think I'm going to run that Saturday. I think I'm going to do a little solo. I don't know. I haven't decided. That's Sam.
You want to go out?
Sam texted me and asked if I want to jump in with them. I didn't know what your plans were.
He asked me to.
Did he? I mean, I'm down to do that. One of the days I'm going to hunt solo. So either Friday night or Sunday I'm hunting solo out of that boat. Because I just want to go test that thing on like...
Why don't we sneak boat it up?
You want to do a little sneak boat, you and I, somewhere? Yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Let's go do a little sneak.
Let's pick dartboard, baby. Random lake.
You want to dart it?
I want to dart it.
Oh, God.
Let's do it. Let's do something local, though. I don't want to dart it somewhere west.
No, yeah, I'm not going far. No, I've got a couple places that I really want to take the sneak boat.
I say I have 2 as well, so this is perfect.
Nice.
I'm glad we had this cock.
Fuck yeah.
This is going to be dope. Dude,
be
mine
so
is...
Yours is brand new. Mine is old as balls.
Well, not even that. I brushed mine maybe a little too much. I laid in it the other day, and I'm like trying to see. I'm like, fuck, this is going to be a pain.
What's crazy is I thought you had to like really be down in it. You don't.
No,
you can have your shotgun on top of the grass. Dude.
Oh yeah,
those things have no idea you're there.
I'm super pumped.
No idea.
Do
you have a spot for the dog?
I do have a room for him, but I've never. I want to hunt it once without him. And kind of just get myself used to it. Because as everyone knows, I'm not a water guy. So I want to get used to like the room and organizing shit in it. And then I want to try hunting him out of it. Because I do have a ladder for the big boat and the little one. So I want to try that with him. Because I think he'd really be good out of it. But I'm curious to see how that goes.
Dude, I need to get my frickin' motor tuned up. That clutch cable's fucked up.
Is it again?
It's been. I haven't touched it.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
no.
Dude, go to that guy in St. Michael that Cal went to in Albertville. I brought it there last week, and he's swamped with like winterizing. But I walked in. I'm like, hey man, I don't need the big. I brought my big boat in for my big motor for everyone who's kind of listened to the pod a little bit about it. But I was like, hey, it ran funny last year. Like, whenever you get to it, you get to it. I know I waited till last minute. It's fucking 2 days before dark opener. I'm a dick. I'm sorry. So whenever you get to it, you get to it. It's no rush on my end. And he goes, well, drop it off Thursday morning. I'll see what I can do. Thursday at noon, he calls and goes, yeah, you need a new fuel filter and some lines. And I tweaked a few things, but otherwise you're golden. It handles full RPMs under pressure. Everything's good. I'm like, oh, sick. He goes, yeah, like 180. I was like, oh,
cheap.
Okay. I showed up. I'm like, dude, I had $300 in my pocket. I was like, dude, just keep the change. Like, you told me it was going to take 2 to 3 weeks. You got it done in 4 hours. Like,
right.
It's me being an asshole. I'm well willing to pay you extra because of me being a dick. So like,
what did he do? He's like, no, or he's like, okay.
He's like, no, man. Like, I don't need a tip. And I was like, dude, just take it. Like, I don't want to break cash and just have it. Like, you literally told me it's going to take 2 weeks and it took you 4 hours.
I kind of want to take. I kind of want to take it to A1 in Corcoran.
Oh,
because it's a it's a lawnmower engine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they fixed my my mud buddy.
They did. I remember that because that's when we had that
that's
cable
when it
issue.
arced. Yeah, no, that's when it arced.
When we lit it on fire.
Yeah, and he contacted them for the warranty and got it all situated. He's like, you don't owe me anything. I'm like, are you fucking serious? He goes, yeah, they're paying.
Bring it to him then.
I'm like, this is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, either whatever it is, Marine in Albertville or A1, both I've heard nothing but great things of, and I've had a great experience at Marine. So
yeah. No, you need a good boat motor guy.
You need a good boat motor guy.
Yep.
Bust out another 1,000 is what my dad has always told me, and
that's what boat stands for.
Yeah, I know. And I'm horrible about like. I am so anal about taking care of everything else. I always forget about the boat. Dude, like
You always forget about the boat.
Dude, I brought the boat to that guy and he was like dinging around in there. He goes, why do you have a deer head in here? And I'm like, what? And I looked. Yeah, I had my fucking skull and half my cape rotting off in the fucking floor of it from my mule deer hunt. Because when I got home in November, I just chucked it in there. And I was like, oh, I'll boil that this winter. I'll remember. No worries. I haven't been in there since. So, like, I've got fucking 4 boxes of Migra in there, fucking deer head and a cape, just random shit.
Good.
From last fall. I was like, God damn it. I'm like, I would do that. Just throw the deer skull in there and forget about it. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking the other day, I'm like, God, where'd my deer head go? I don't remember where I put it. Then that guy's like, hey, you got a bunch of shit in here. You should probably clean it out. And I opened the thing up and I'm like, oh, fuck, that's where that was.
Oh my God.
But
in other exciting news, I pushed the pontoon out from its cattail slumber. Cal and I could not get the pontoon out of the pond.
No,
we tried. We really tried.
Joey, it was a miracle we got it in. Bro.
First of all, that thing will die there. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's going to have to.
I'm going to sink it for the walleyes.
It's going to have to, because let's be real. The fact that you and I got it in there like we did.
It was not that bad.
Yes, but let's be frank here. It could have been worse.
Anything could be worse.
Yeah, but as I told you that in that moment.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So, anyway, so dramatic.
It's just facts.
So, we couldn't get it out. The ice was too thick.
Mm-hmm.
But both of us were stuck. We couldn't do it. We couldn't get it out in time before the freeze. And I knew it was going to be a pain. And so we really tried for like 4.5 hours. But what are those things called? A Polzol? Oh, thing is fucking awesome, by the way. So instead of pulling it onto the ice, because I had nothing to go up and onto, tried putting a torque screw into the ice and then attaching the Polzol to that. Just destroyed the screw. Just like broke it in half. Sheared a torque screw, which is crazy to me. And we said, fuck it, pushed it back into the cattails and Polzol'd it up to the tree so that the ice wouldn't freeze around it and destroy the tunes. And go and look at it today, and I'm like, okay, the cattail deck looks great. Or, I'm sorry, the cattail dock looks amazing. The pallets look great. I'm going to throw another stack of pallets on top of them. But, and I'm like, how is this going to look? Is the floor rotted out? whatever. Because I wanted to get in there and wrap it with a tarp.
Mm-hmm.
But then also that allows raccoons to be in there and then just make it their den. It's so annoying. Like any deer stand you leave out, there's just raccoon shit everywhere. Not a single pellet of shit in that pontoon.
Really?
Not a single one.
Dude,
there wasn't even a bee's nest in it.
That shocks me because I thermal hunt around there. There's a lot of raccoons around that area.
There's raccoons everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. I've never left a stand and come back to it and not seen raccoon shit in my entire life.
In a deer stand?
In a deer stand? No, I've never not seen raccoon shit.
Interesting. Huh.
And so I was fully prepared to I brought a shovel because I was just going to scrape it off the carpet in there, and go in there. I'm like, wow.
Clean.
No bees nests. No raccoons.
Stung by hornets, I call that a win.
Right. And I'm just like, damn, nice. So I'm like trying to push it out. And I'm like, nope, this is not happening. And then the guy who lives on the pond, hey, you need some help? I was like, I'll just get one of my buddies to come and help me. I can start brushing it now. I can start cutting down trees around the property and, just start getting brush ready. He's like, no, I'll put on my waders real quick. And he goes and gets his waders and we got it out of there. Not bad. And start pulling off all the old dead tree limbs and whatever. And I brought Hank to see how well he's going to swim and whatever. Totally fine.
Yeah, swimming will be easy for him.
Yeah, totally fine. I was chucking the stick for him. Looks great. I chucked the stick for him for like 20 minutes one day, by the way, monitoring to see how he would do. He was kind of limping on it the next day, but he was fine.
Let's take him to swimming this year, I think. I've been thinking about
Stick him to swimming?
I've been thinking about this. Water hunts only for a year.
You should see what his paw looks like.
I looked when I was outside. It looks good.
It's got scar tissue.
Yeah, but give it a year of him like swimming
Only
a lot.
Water.
I think swimming a lot and just doing general stuff, I think will strengthen it. I think it'd be good.
But yeah, I was throwing a stick for him in the water. I brought my 20 gauge out there just in case. I saw a stray woody that came by while I was brushing the blind. And then what I saw, Gavin, was incredible. So I've always said that this is not a roost pond. But then the owner has been sending me pictures of geese or videos of geese by the hundreds coming in there at night. I'm like, are they staying there?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I'll see how many are left in the morning. And he wakes up early. And he's like, there was like 20. I'm like, okay. So I go there tonight. And I just hear this ruckus erupt. And they all come to the water in groups of 50. Land in the middle. And then another group comes. Then another group comes. Another group. It was about 225 come to the water.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched. This is not the exaggeration.
I know.
Right?
This number seems realistic. Normally, if you just said like 2,500, then I'd been like, Jesus Christ, here we go again.
2,500 in September. And then I'm like, okay. Like I was super quiet. I was playing music, brushing the blind and shit, and I was just like super quiet, seeing if they're going to stay there. About 25 minutes later, they all got up. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dude. And they all flew right over my blind. And I could have just poked them. It took everything in my power.
Snake boat adventure on Sunday.
Yeah, we could. We could just put them right in the middle, right where all the lily pads are. You know what I mean?
Just fuck them up.
Yeah.
That'd be so dirty.
No, we would stay out there till like 11:30.
Oh, dude, I'll sit out there. I don't care. That thing's so comfy with the backrest that I bought.
So that was very exciting because like he doesn't know really how to hunt. Like he doesn't understand like, are they roosting there? Are they doing this? And he's like, I don't know. So to see it tonight, they sat in there for 20 minutes.
It wouldn't surprise me if some roosted in there though.
It's always like 20.
Some stay.
20 geese. There's always like 200 to 400 that go in there that use it throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
But they did just cut a cornfield up the road. But
Yeah,
what's incredible is last year, some guy combined corn up the road, and it was a flooded field. Combined it when it was flooded. I've asked him for permission 8 years in a row. Turns me down every year. And this year it's getting developed. So, or he's not farming it ever again because it's going to get developed in the next year or so. But last year they were just chilling. They were just chilling in there, eating corn off the water, just living their best life, So no birds flew over that damn pond last year.
No.
The year I put in a pontoon blind. I'm like, fuck. But this year, I'm hoping and I'm praying it'll just be lights out. Went out there again tonight. I was out there tonight. A lot of ducks. And I mean a lot.
There's a ton over there.
That's
roughly where we hunted. Like a mile from there. For opener.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of ducks there, bro.
All on that pond just to the south or just to the north of you. That's what got jumped.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Bullshit.
But yeah, young William hasn't hunted it yet this year either.
I don't know. I think he's deer hunting.
Yeah, he's a big deer hunter.
Yeah.
He's been killing some nice deer.
Dude, he's got a really nice buck that he's been chasing.
I know.
Really nice buck around town.
I know. He texted me when I was in New York, and he's like, "Are you hunting it this for opener?" I was like, "No, go ahead." And he ended up not.
I'll have to show you the deer that Adam just got on camera by my house last night.
Really?
Dude.
By your house?
By my house. Makes me want to deer hunt. Put it that way.
Is that big? How big is he?
I'd say probably a 160, 170.
Really?
Hey, big boy.
Big boy.
Big boy.
So it's settled. Sunday, we're going to go layout boat hunting.
Sneak boat day.
We're going to go layout boat hunting.
Hell
and
yeah.
then Saturday, you want to go hunt with Sam?
We can do that.
Ooh.
He's tall.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's tall.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, nice 10-pointer.
Mm-hmm. Nice deer.
I really like that.
Very nice deer.
I'd shoot the shit out of that deer.
Yeah, I would too. Trust me, I would too. He's got a nice kicker, little split. Oh.
That's fun. One of these years, I'm going to go out and it has to be, I made myself a promise. What am I saying? I'm not going to bow hunt until I have property of my own that I can bow hunt. Because I know I'll get mingy about it. I'll just become a ming.
You'll get obsessed. Yeah. Dude, it's I don't know. I feel like it's a progression you make as you get a little older. It's a little bit more controllable. Waterfowl hunting is so hard to scout when you have kids and a family when they're young.
Right.
Because you always notice dudes that don't have young kids waterfowl hunt, but guys that have young kids struggle to waterfowl hunt as much as we do.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened to my dad and that group of friends out west.
Really?
They were big waterfowl guys. They all had kids, and then big
young kids is tough because you can't scout as easy, and you can't scout as much. But then when your kids get older and then they start hunting, then it's easy again. So I feel like it's a progression that you go through. Yeah,
I'm gonna really be hardcore in waterfowl the rest of my life. I can feel it.
I bet you there's some years where you scale back a little bit.
Well, naturally, I'm gonna have to.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the beautiful thing about owning Midwest Flyways.
Also, you're
have to.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to scale back around home. Home's
I don't know.
Suck in 5.
In 5 years?
Oh,
for you.
No. I'm me. You're gonna feel the exact same thing because it's gonna get worse down here.
Yeah, I've already been getting kind of pushed further away from here.
Yeah,
in general.
It's gonna within 5, everything around here is gonna turn into trips, and you're gonna have to go west.
Right.
If birds even push west, because some of the birds might never push.
West this year has been really bad.
I'm not talking out west.
What do you mean?
Like western Minnesota.
Really?
Really bad.
Every guy I know that hunted west Minnesota fucked them up the last weekend.
My group that I hunt with there, they have a 50-mile, they scout hard. Their biggest feed was 4 birds. What? They have not seen anything.
So can I ask, because I don't know if people know your hometown, but is it around your hometown?
Yes.
That's wild, because my old teacher that we always talk about hunts just south of there, and they literally fucked him up both days in a row for 7 dudes.
They hunt hard, and they scouted. He called me on Monday. He was 40 miles west, almost on the border. Couldn't find anything. He saw 3 geese in the air.
I think they're just getting unlucky then, because guys are fucking them up.
Graham has been destroying them out there.
On his leases, yeah. But
even off leases,
it's still western Minnesota.
Yeah, even off leases, guys are fucking them up.
It's been really bad.
I have a group of high school buddies. No, I just couldn't really call them buddies, but kids that I went to high school with. That the one has a cabin, just probably 20 minutes outside of your hometown, Carter. They fucking lit up a 6-man duck and goose limit in a fucking field on opener and the next day.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he sent me a snap and it was literally, he goes, done in 30. I was like, what? I was like, holy shit.
Dude, do you follow Connor Lausch on Snapchat?
No.
Dude, he had the craziest duck opener I've ever seen in a field. He cranked mallards in a field, dude. Cranked them. Flocks of 60
Oh, dude, that was
coming in. I'm like, whoa.
Somebody
dude.
gets lucky every year. That was like the year we shot my blonde. Like that was something I'll never have again.
You don't see that on duck opener.
No.
You don't see cornfield mallards coming in groups like that.
Oh yeah, dude,
on
no.
opener.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
Oh.
That was gross.
Yeah.
I want him to like send me the videos so I can put it on the screen because it was like perfect. Just one pass.
Love me a good
God,
one pass.
15 yards. Gross. He had like 7 or 8 clients too, and they were dusting them.
Really?
Dusting
Nice
them.
to see a good client shoot that can actually hit them.
Right. Gavin, this podcast is also brought to you by Weatherby.
Oh, big fan.
We've been using their shotguns for a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of the Sorix, but you can never say anything bad about the Weatherby Element 20 gauge. It is a $600 Inertia 20 gauge.
I just ordered one.
You ordered an Element?
No, I ordered
Sorix?
Nope. I ordered the what was it, Orion? The 28.
Over under?
Yeah, the side by side.
Nice.
28 side by side. I ordered a 28 and it's 410.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped.
I'm
the
so
410.
excited.
My dad's been big into upland.
Yeah.
Because he's got the new pup and everything. So we decided we're going to do a grouse weekend. So not next weekend, but I think it's either the following or the one after. AJ, me, and him are going to go up and do a grouse weekend.
I was going to say you have to be bringing AJ.
AJ, dude, the moment I told AJ I want to do a grouse weekend, AJ about peed himself. So the three of us and my little brother, so my dad, my little brother, myself, and AJ are going to go up. Do like a woodcock and grouse weekend. I think we're just going to do Saturday during the day after we duck hunt in the morning.
Nice.
Because my little brother's now addicted.
To duck?
Oh, dude, they went to Saskatchewan last week. Fucked them
Oh,
up.
really?
Yeah, they did a combo upland and waterfall hunt. Fucked them up. And my brother was hooked before that because we brought him to the meadow 2 days last year. And
he was pretty pumped about that.
Dude, that kid, I told him, I was like, do you realize how lucky you are that I brought you to this? Like, there are guys that have hunted Minnesota their entire lives that have never experienced a 10-man mallard limit in like an hour. With pintails and all this shit. He's like, this is normal. I go, no, you just got blessed.
Was he 15?
Yeah. He's 14 last year. He's 15 this year.
Oh my God.
He'll be 16 here.
Imagine. So like you've been like in the industry, pro staffing or whatever you want to call it.
Working.
Some of your best friends work in the industry and they make awesome
companies,
shit.
Yeah.
And they make awesome shit. And imagine when you have kids. Right,
dude. We were just talking about
this. And you can bring them to that shit like your dad brought your son.
Literally, like my brother. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
We were talking about this. How like
I'm so excited.
It's so much funnier for me because like my dad didn't waterfall hunt. My dad's idea of waterfall hunting was like jumping wood ducks in our local deer ponds at our deer hunt.
Hot.
Yeah, like so I grew up jumping like beaver ponds. Like that was fun and all. But then my uncle got into it over in Wisconsin for geese. Then we'd go to North Dakota. So I grew up field hunting, but I grew up like with an uncle that had no connections, just some money to buy some gear. And like we would go same 3-4 areas, couple states, whatever, nothing major.
Right.
And now like I laugh because like I hunt 3 to 5 states a year. And like it's always changing. Like this year, like it'll end up being Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas. So I'll have 10. I'll have 10, maybe Missouri in there too. So it'll be 11 states in a year.
Wow.
Yeah, which is insane. My dad's never done that. My uncle's like Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota. He's gone to Montana once.
Within 5 hours.
Yeah. And like for him, like he's just never traveled that far. And I'm over here like, I'm going down to Logan's for a weekend. Mm-hmm. Like,
I'm trying to make it so we can go on the same weekend.
Dude, just tell me when. My December's open, so we can figure out whenever. The only thing I have is I have the Badlands for my birthday. I'm going to the Badlands to chase a mountain lion.
So anyway.
I want to call one in.
Like you were saying before.
But no, it's cool to think like when I have kids, like they're going to be able to like experience so much cooler and different shit than I did. Because it's no different than like the main thing. Like my dad wants to put a father-son trip together with like a couple dads from my brother's hockey team that want to go to Maine. And like none of them have like the contacts or the knowledge to like find a reputable guide. And like, I know Andrew. So it's like, oh, hey, let's go. I'll call Andrew. I'll set it up. Like we'll go out like 4 sets of dads and sons. And then my dad and my brother and I, it'll just be fun. And like for them, they're like, God, this is just like normal. And I'm like, it's normal now. But like some of us grew up where we didn't have that. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for that stage at some point, but we're years out from that.
What's interesting is one of my best friends growing up, his dad was always in the outdoor industry, and he was a really good photographer and whatever. He was just always involved in the outdoors, and I knew that growing up, but understanding now that I'm in the industry, it's like, whoa, that dude is hooked up, you know? So he'd bring my buddy to these unbelievable places, and my buddy doesn't like to hunt, you know? Like, and he got brought on some ridiculous shit. And so now he stopped bringing that son, and he brought his younger son. And his younger son is just ate up with it, you know? So they like travel all over the place because of his connections, and like they're paying guides and whatever. But at the same time, they'll go out to North Dakota once a year together for like 8 days, 7 days, and they'll hunt hard DIY by themselves, you know? And I'm just like, that is so fucking awesome. And my buddy that I grew up with is just like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, dude, you're never gonna get this ever again in your life. Like, why wouldn't you just go?
I hope my kids love to hunt. I really do. Cause like, it's weird with my siblings. Cause like my little brother likes to hunt. I'm obsessed, as everyone knows, but like my little brother does, but my two sisters, like my one sister likes to bow hunt, and that is it. And my other sister has no interest. None. She has no interest to go. My one stepbrother loves to go, and my other stepbrother has no interest to go.
Right.
That's it. Like, they're good.
I think it's how you get them into it. Because we had Corey Loeffler on the podcast. We've had multiple other people that have kids that, like, they very actively bring their children hunting. And I asked Corey Loeffler, I was like, what's, like, the biggest way to get your kids excited about it? And he's like, snacks, dude. Keep them warm and keep them well-fed, and make sure that they have fun. You know, don't push them, like, don't do this, don't do that. And it's like, okay.
Dude, I intend to bring my kids coyote hunting because it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes to stand.
Right.
Quick, simple, easy, back in the truck, play on your iPad. Do whatever. Sit back there, eat snacks. You're warm again. You're out for 10 to 15 minutes tops. Simple. Bang, bang, bang. Easy.
Yeah.
That and duck hunts with A-frames.
I'm surprised that I got into it the way that I did, because it felt kind of like forced.
Really?
You know, where it's like, I'm going, and I'm not going to leave my wife with 4 kids. So, like, I have to bring at least one,
That's
fair. For me to go. And so you're coming. And I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm cold. And he did a really good job. Rob did a very good job. But
see,
like,
that was one thing my dad and I were joking about. Like, the gear that kids have nowadays is so much better than what we had. Dude, I laughed. My little brother
Canvas waders, bro?
Bro, not even that. You want to laugh at something more? My brother, for Christmas, my dad bought him the... what is it? It's First Lite's deer hunting shit. So my little brother has the First Lite bibs and jacket for their deer hunting for bow hunting.
Yeah.
Super fucking warm. Plus he's got like a Columbia puffy that he'll wear underneath if it's really fucking cold, and an orange vest. I had fucking Menards orange. I looked like the Michelin Man with like field and forest blaze orange bibs that were like fucking huge, and I was miserably cold, and you had to love it to want to do it.
Yeah.
Now my brother has top of the line gear, and he's warm out there, and I'm like, got a fucking heater in there? My dad's like, yeah. I'm like, do you know that Grandpa used to put a heater in my stand, but I was only allowed to keep it on fucking 1? I couldn't go above 1 because then it made too much noise. So I'm sitting there just freezing my balls off with this shitty fucking... I had choppers, like the leather choppers you buy for hockey, for pond hockey. That was what I had. And then, hey, take your hand out. Use your shotgun. It's fine. And I'm like, dude, now kids today, like, don't even know. They don't know the struggle.
Bro, I was sitting on the fucking ground.
We used to sit in HVAC
cold
boxes.
As shit.
We used to sit in HVAC boxes. So, like, you know, on commercial job sites, the tin shows up in boxes. You ever seen that? Like crates? So on commercial job sites, HVAC ductwork shows up, or used to show up, in like a crate. So it would be framed with 1-bys with plywood, and then it would show up inside. Well, you'd peel the top off of. Well, that crate is 36 inches by fucking 48. We used to put pallets in trees, and then we'd put 2 of those, and we would ratchet strap them in with like a pair of hooks.
Oh my God.
So literally, you would climb in the tree. You'd have a fucking step stool. You'd climb up into the box, and I would sit in the box, and my shotgun would be here, and I would sit like this in the box with a fucking bucket with a foam pad. And the bucket had a cutout for a lantern. The lantern was my heater. That's all I would get. I was like, this is bullshit. My sister now, fucking like $200 fucking nice Cabela's chair that spins around 360 and got a blanket. I'm like, man, soft. Now, granted, I'm all about making it soft for kids today, but like the gear and everything is just so advanced for kids to just make it so much easier.
Yeah, the last time I deer hunted, and I mean the absolute last time, it was the last year that we had this lease property, or we owned the property, but we shared it with the Hutterites. Ooh. And so they let us deer hunt their 80 acres. We had 80 acres for duck hunting that we made. We planted millet and we control flooded it, everything. And then on the other side was like hardwoods, and it was sick. And you'd see deer walking through the spread all the time during duck hunting season and whatever. And we were chasing this 14-pointer, my dad and I. And he's like, I'm going to go to the stand over there, and you're going to sit here. Here's a shovel. Dig yourself a hole. I'm like, what do you mean dig myself a hole? He goes, your head needs to be eye level with the ground. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you need to dig yourself into the ground. You need to dig yourself into the ground. I was like, okay. So I dig myself into the ground. Mind you, it is fucking freezing outside. And it is so hard to dig this thing. So we got there like 2.5 hours before sunrise. And I'm digging this bitch. I was so pissed.
Making so much noise.
I was so pissed, dude. No. I couldn't make noise, Gavin. I had to do it very quietly. I had that little hatchet shovel that the Army uses. And like dug myself down like 2.5, 3 feet. Yeah, 2.5, 3 feet at the base of a tree. So I was hitting roots and I was pissed. So then I brought my buddy Tanner Brothen's iPod back when they first just had movies on them.
Mm-hmm. You had the little screen.
Yep, the little screen. And I was watching Tokyo Drift.
Love that movie.
Tokyo Drift. And I passed out. And my dad comes over to me at like 9 a.m. And he goes, why didn't you shoot that buck? I go, what do you mean? He goes, were you fucking sleeping? I go, yes. He goes, that 14-point grandpa walked 25 feet in front of you. And you were sleeping. And his face was just like...
Just anger. I can see Rob's face in my close
It was like 85 yards from him, but it was walking towards me, so he's like, oh, fuck yeah, Joe's going to shoot it.
And you were asleep.
Passed out. Headphones in. Dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong.
I fell asleep one time in the stand. I have the rack at the house. It's this like 11-pointer that my grandpa shot. And literally I fall asleep hard in the stand. I'm out. And he wakes up and he goes, hey, Gavin. I'm like, what? Shh. Wham! And I'm like, oh, good morning. Okay. And I look out and it's just like tips over. And I was like, why did you even wake me up if you were just going to tell me, shh? Like, what was the purpose of that?
So you wouldn't freak out.
Yeah, right. Oh God, fond memories of the childhood.
Yeah, dude. Deer hunting was pretty fun growing up, except for the part where I couldn't talk and I couldn't spit and I couldn't move and I couldn't breathe. Pretty cool.
Oh,
probably my favorite deer hunting moment was finally my dad was like so serious about only shooting trophies because we always had like really good deer on the property, and so he's just like, it's got to be 10-point or above. So many mature 8-pointers, like big boys, like 5-year-old bucks.
That's never made sense to me. Points don't matter. Age.
Well, it was like
6-year-old 8-pointer, 6-pointer walks by, dump him.
Big body.
Yeah.
Big. And he just he made me pass on so many deer. Like ridiculously close. Whatever. And one year he's like, okay, Joe, you just need to shoot a deer. I'm like, okay. So we're right behind the shop at the cabin. And it's up the hill. And so many deer there. So many deer. And we see this like 8-point buck walking. And he's like, okay, Joe, you're going to shoot that thing. I was like, okay. It's a slug. And I put my gun on my knee. And we're sitting on the ground. I was like, okay. Say when. He's like, now. Take him now. I'm like, perfect. Boom. Thing doesn't move. And I'm like, did I hit it? He goes, I don't know. He goes, get ready. I'm like, okay. Point right, like dead on, just nuts just right on the nuts. I'm just like, boom. Now this thing runs 10 feet and stops, like dead stop. He goes, I think he's in shock. I was like, okay. Was not in shock. No, there was no scope. It was iron sights.
Oh.
This thing is 30 yards.
Oh,
30 yards.
How are you missing?
So then I'm like, what's going on? He's like, he has to be in shock. He's like, shoot it again. Like, okay. He's like, are you on it? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking on it. Boom. And now this thing just sprints. And we go up to it. And I'm like, there's no blood. There's nothing. He's like, what in the world? Because you could hear it thwack something. The sabot.
Hitting.
Probably hit a
trees.
Tree. And the deer goes away. And I'm like, what happened? I was 100% on it. He goes, huh. So then we go back, set up a paper target. And I'm trying to shoot at this target. He's shooting at the target. It's not hitting the paper. I was like, what in the world is going on? I had a choke in my gun. It was my waterfowl gun. It was a 20 gauge. I had a 20 gauge Sabot. I didn't know. I'm like 13, bro. I don't know.
Just spinning them out at fucking
zing, zing. I'm lucky it didn't explode the barrel.
Dude, my grandpa had that happen when he found out his barrel was only rated for like 1,200 or 1,300 feet per second. He's running like copper solid Remingtons for the old school ones that run at like 1850. Zing! And I'm like, why the fuck can't you hit anything? Because he couldn't hit a 4x8 sheet of plywood. I'm like, what the fuck? Right. I start reading. I'm like, that barrel's only rated for fucking slow rounds. And he's like, what do you mean? I go, you can't run these. He's like, oh, son of a bitch. I was like, run the 2 3/4. Those are only like 1,400. They'll be fine. Wham! Just like fucking 3 on top of each other on a 50-cent piece. I was like, there we go. The old man's back because he missed one. Like, my grandfather is known. My dad's dad. He always sits the bottom at our deer property. And it's always funny. My dad and I will text, be like, sunrise, give her 2 minutes. Your man will be done. He'll head shoot one. 2 minutes into sunrise. Boom! I'm like, that's done. And he'll fucking drag up a fucking doe every year with a fucking headshot that she damn thing stuck her head around and stared at me. Fucking couldn't let her go. He'll just head shoot them because, well, you don't ruin meat that way, goddammit. Back in the day, this is how we ate. So he'll head shoot everything. But like, dude, as a child, it's traumatized to get shit one. But two, then 1 year he misses and it comes around to me and I'm like, that fucking thing's very much alive. Like, it didn't hit at all. I'm like, interesting. That's weird. So then he comes in, I'm like, you missed. He goes, yeah, I don't know, it's new goddamn shells. I'm like, new shells? So that's when we started shooting. I was like, I'm like, Pop, yeah, you can't shoot these. It's not rated for it. He was like, fucking goddamn fucking thing. I'm like, whatever. Shoot your old ones. It's fine.
Well, it's like when Remington came out with the hypersonic deals, dude. It wasn't hitting shit. I'm like, what is going on? And then I start reading about chokes and start reading about all that stuff. And it's like, okay, most barrels are rated for certain 1550. And these things are coming out at 1750. Oh, I started patterning it.
I liked those other than they were dirty.
I didn't like them. And they fucking hurt. Dude, Remington Nitros. Remember those?
Bro, those are the best. My uncle used to exclusively shoot Remington Nitros. And you remember the old Winchester Supreme Blacks?
Oh, yeah.
They were 3.5s.
Oh, yeah.
He used to buy 3.5-inch 2s in Winchester Supremes. Bro. He used to hand me his and be like, shoot them with that. You ever shot an early season pintail or mallard with a 3.5-inch 2 at 20 yards?
Bye.
Poof. You're like, God damn, I'm pillowcased. Everything makes you feel so good. But then you go to clean shit and you're like, God damn, why is this such a mess? Wonder why. I didn't know any better. It was great. Now I'm like, dude, somebody shoots 3.5. I'm like, do you not like your shoulder? Like, what's wrong?
Dude, well, I used to love shooting 3.5s because I thought it was more oomph.
No.
You know? And then I read an article, did a lot of research on him because my buddy's dad couldn't hit a damn thing in 9th grade. He's like, oh, yeah. I put in a 6-shot for the first shot, and then I have 3.5-inch 2-shot Winchester for the last 2 shells because they get a little further out there. And I'm watching this guy. I was like, all right, Steve, get ready. Kill him. He goes, 1, 2, 3. Like that. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you're not hitting shit. And then I saw the video of the ballistic gel where they're shooting 3.5-inch. into the thing, doesn't go any further. No. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
I will say, I at some point want to buy a 10 gauge for running late season honkers just for the hell of it. Just because like my uncle's got an old is it SP10 from Remington, the old school one, dude.
Well, that's not a BP.
No, it's a Remington. I think it's SP10 or S something. It's S something 10 is the Remington model. It's the semi-auto. Dude, I won't lie. I've seen him hit some shit, and it's like, oh, fuck, that was a ways out. Like something getting out of the hole, and he goes, watch this. Boom! And I'm like, oh, shit, okay.
Do you remember that the water tower hunt that I had with Heinz?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He put it on his story the other day because it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever, and there's this clip of us calling in geese. It's like a 33-pack coming in just fucking gross. And they were just out of the stratosphere, and they finally came down like this. Hunter Dillon's camera died because he didn't charge his batteries.
Rookie camera guy.
Rookie, dude. Well, he plugged him in, but the outlet wasn't working. So he plugged it in and walked away.
Should probably look for the indicator light.
You're right. And this 33-pack comes in. This is the third flock I've done this on, mind you. Everybody's a really good shooter. There's 4 of us because Joe and another guy left for lunch. They're like, fuck this. Geese aren't going to fly. It's storming out, whatever. You could just see this wall of shit coming at us. Starts pouring as we get to the truck because it was a mile away. It stops. And Joe's like, I'm going back. I'm like, fuck. You're going to shoot a fucking band. Guaranteed. So I walked back with him, and then the rest of us walked back. And then the geese just started fucking pouring out. And we were just, everything was so vulnerable. Like, we weren't doing anything special. They were just like, this 33-pack, so he put this on his Snapchat. This 33-pack is just coming in. It's like, kill him! He was so excited. Boom, 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 boom. And Joe like starts to get out of his blind because Hunter was videoing it from his phone, and you just see me go, boom. And this goose just goes from way out there, and Joe's like, fucking holy shit, Joey. Fucking goddamn, nice shot. And he just like keeps saying, he's like, what the fuck? That's a third flock, Joey. It's the third time you've done that. It was just like,
I do love one getting out of the hole.
Where you shoot 2 in the hole and they're dead, and then you're waiting to see what everyone else is shooting because they're kind of balled up and
everyone's just tearing the center apart.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
and
you're just like, you're like, I'm gonna wait.
Went boom, 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 and everyone's starting to get out of their blinds or whatever. In that last shot, he's like, "What the fuck, Joey?"
Dude, that's my favorite thing to do at the Meadow is when like we call it and everybody just cuts the center out, and I just go, "All right, everyone's done." Wham. I'm getting the ones coming out, or I'll shoot something that's like, oh, trying to climb up. I'm like, oh, that one. Poof. Poof. Like, everybody always just cuts the center out of those.
Oh, yeah.
Like, especially last year, there was a couple hunts that, like, those guys you brought. We had a couple guys in the middle that literally just went, center. I was like, no one's shooting a lane. Everyone's just shooting centered.
Yeah, Tony and...
I don't remember the other guy's name.
What's his face? I think his name was Andrew. But,
they were great, but it was just funny because like it was great. Like them, my dad, my brother Dean, and me, and it was just like my dad, brother, and those 2 just shatter, just a wall of steel.
Yeah, just a wall of hate. My favorite thing though is bringing the 20 gauge on every hunt and hearing everybody's reaction when you're goose hunting, because we were just in New York. I'll show you the clip. It was just unreal,
dude.
But there's this one goose. Just going like this, purely out the left. I'm on the end. They're like, kill him when you're ready. And I stick my head out of the blind, and I'm just waiting. I get out, and I'm waiting for him to flare. He just keeps coming. I'm like, oh, no. And Carter perfectly had it over my shoulder. You see this goose just bank like this in slow motion. I just took my absolute time, and I just, and they're like, fucking A, dude. That 20 gauge just fucking hurts them. It's just 20? Like,
the 20
gauge is the way, the truth.
I'm going to shoot the 28 this year, I think.
I really want to get a 28.
I think I'm going to pick up another one. Because I sold Keenan my one from last year.
What was that?
TriStar. I sold that to Keenan, and I have a Benelli coming too. I'm going to shoot the Benelli, I think. And
you're making too much money, bro.
It's not that. It's not that, bro. It's not that. It's definitely not that, bro. I just haven't spent any money lately, so now we're spending money.
Right.
And now, also no kids. Come on, man.
True, but you remember your promise.
I broke that. I broke that. I ordered like 4 fucking.
You weren't even a month in the hunting season, bro.
Yeah, I broke like fucking 4 cartloads the other day. I am bleeding money currently between the house and hunting shit. I won't lie.
Well, in the shop.
Dude, the shop hurts. The shop. I'll never financially recover.
Yeah, it's going to be nice though, isn't it?
50 by 80.
50 by 80?
50 by 80, 14-foot sidewalls, 13-foot doors.
And you're building a podcast room in there, huh? You're going to soundproof it?
No. Not off the gate. So for now, it'll be a 15 by 30 wood shop in there with a hangout area above for podcasting and whatever else. If we decide to do our own thing, we haven't figured that out yet. But there'll be a hangout area for like if you guys want to come up and do something or somebody else is in town. Hangout area above plus storage, the 15 by 30 wood shop, then the rest will just be storage for the old man semi and my shit. More than likely, once I buy house buildings, all that shit, I'll put like a full podcast room in and gun room in, and then I'll put a workout area in there, and then the rest will be shop. Yeah, because I don't need 50 by 80 for storage or shop. I'll never have that many fucking toys. I mean, maybe.
Well,
we'll see.
If you live up to your name, you might.
We'll see.
You're getting a little wild, bud.
Not really. What have I bought lately?
You got a side-by-side. You got a four-wheeler.
I don't have a side-by-side.
You got 2 boats.
Four-wheeler's gone. I traded the four-wheeler for an AR and like 10 things from Vortex. Oh, yeah. I didn't say that.
You're selling that four-wheeler for like $6,000.
Yeah, I came out.
What kind of fucking AR did you get with that?
I got a $4,000 comp AR from a 3-gun shooter. So it's got a Gold's trigger, McGowan barrel, fully loaded, like literal.
Can you believe this shit, Carter?
Yeah,
this is unbelievable.
I posted that. This guy messaged me and goes, "Hey man, I've got a bunch of Vortex stuff from shooting 3-gun and a bunch of guns I've won." I was like, "All right, what do you got?" So he sends it to me and he goes, "Well, I've got this custom built AR," and he runs out the parts list and it's like $4,300. I was like, "Hey, I'll take the Glock, the black AR, take the scope off because I don't want to believe the mount, and then I want the Razor. The mini spotting scope, the big one, the Razor 12 by 50s, and I want the Razor rangefinder that you have. And one other thing." And he goes, "Deal." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh my God.
So retail, granted, he won all the Vortex stuff he won for a competition. So like that was free to him. But retail, I got like $11,000 worth of shit for a fucking four that I paid $5,000 for.
Oh my God.
So like I came out like a bandit. It's like I ain't mad about it. But then I'm trying to sell my other AR so I don't need it now that I have the other one. What?
I just love it.
Dude, I honestly no, because I don't have the side-by-side. I sold that a long time ago. I'm looking at them, though, now that we have the shop. Because
what's the average side-by-side going for?
Depends what you're looking at. I mean, you
like
can pick one up for like
15
to 20, but I want an Expedition.
What brand is that?
The Polaris Expedition. It's their crossover model, so it's like
really
trail
like
hunting and work.
I really like the Can-Ams.
Can-Ams are great. I love a good Can-Am.
They're expensive, bro.
They're expensive.
They're fucking expensive.
The thing that I like, my next snowmobile is going to have this. Once you have Ride Command from Polaris.
What's that?
So like if you're snowmobiling in the mountains and everyone has Ride Command, you can see everybody. So instead of you having to be on a radio going, "Hey, I'm down off the mountain off 200 yards."
Do they also have to have Ride Command?
Yeah, you have to have the same Ride Command. But like versus using like your phone or GPS, depending where you're riding or whatever you use. Because like some guys use OnX backcountry for it. We used radios and then describe and, "Hey, follow my trail down." And then I took a left and I tried to tree climb and here I am. Then you'd find guys. Ride Command, you just look and you can go, "Oh, Trevor is down 200 yards and over 100. Right to him. Well, the Expedition comes with the touch screen and the Ride Command and all that. It's like, I want that.
They have touch screens in side-by-sides now?
In the Polaris, yeah. In the Polaris North Stars, yeah. I want to, if I get my way, I want
What
do
those go for?
We're not going to say it on here because there are people that listen to this now. My mother now listens to this.
What are they, 35?
Like 33 to 40, depending on what you get. If you get the full, yeah, 100%. If you get the fully loaded North Star with heat AC, heated seats, hard doors, and the whole thing, I think you're 38.9. I won't go that far. I'm looking at the XP model, not the North Star, because then you can pick them up right now with like the holdovers for like 20. Still got hard doors, you still got heat, but I don't need AC.
You know guys that work at Polaris though. Can't score yourself a deal.
Polaris is really cracked down over the years on those deals. They used to be, dude, my grandpa used to have, my dad's stepfather used to know a guy that worked at Polaris. Like when we first got a snowmobile, you used to be able to get snowmobiles for cheap through buddies there. Now they've really cracked down on that shit. You can't do it anymore.
I got a couple of really good buddies that work at Polaris, and they're like,
it's not the same as it used to be. It used to be you could get some shit. Now you can rent stuff and you can do other things, but you can't get it like you used to be able to. Because like employees were abusing it. Like, of course, my grandpa used to buy fucking 3 snowmobiles every year.
Well, they're not.
Wasn't legal.
They don't pay them what they should, and that was one of the perks of working there. Because then you could buy and resell.
Dude, now the pay is good. Like, if I could go back, I would go back for something and work for Polaris, for sure.
1,000%.
Yeah, like if I would have known,
I fucked up.
If I would have known what I know now, I would have went to school for college for like marketing, finance, something, and worked for Polaris. Because the industry perks for like trail riding and the shit I do besides hunting, bro, you buy a fucking snowmobile at cost. Do you know how much that would save me? Because be honest, I'm looking at them because I want another rig. I want another mountain sled really bad.
You are incorrigible. You know that. You know that.
100%. But
I don't have enough toys, he says.
I never do. No, fuck that.
No, you're like, I don't have enough toys to fill up a 50 by 80. And it sounds like you do.
No, because currently I don't own anything. Currently, what toys do I have? I have a boat. 2 boats. That's it.
You have 2 boats?
2 boats.
You have a side-by-side?
No side-by-side.
No? No more four-wheeler?
No more four-wheeler. That's gone. I got Vortex now.
Buddy, what happened?
What happened?
Buddy, what happened? Where are my toys?
Yeah. I'll probably have a snowmobile here, though, soon. I'll probably come up with one of those.
Here's a really good question for you, since now you're in my industry of exteriors.
I've been in there for a couple of years.
Right. Well, and I'm just saying, like, now you're fully immersed, right? You have seen what I have seen for over a decade. Many a moon. This flat roof that I'm doing out in Stillwater.
Fuck all those.
No. It's going.
You're
great.
good.
No, it's going so well. But here's the coolest part: lunch.
What do you mean?
Lunch
by the guys?
They get food brought to them by one of their girlfriends. It's either
100%.
homemade from one of their girlfriends, is from an authentic Mexican restaurant. Like I'm learning. Well, the girlfriends make it.
Yeah.
Or they get it from an authentic St. Paul
100%
Mexican restaurant.
100%.
So today, I was all pissed off, like mad. And I'm like, hey, why isn't this? Why didn't you? Boo, boo, boo. You know, and Carter's like, you need to call me. And I'm like, 4 hours till I call them because there's like, on the site. I'm just like, oops, you know? And they're like, hey, we got lunch just got here. Do you want to eat? And I'm like, no. You know?
And then you start eating it.
And then I smell it and I'm like, oh no. Dude. A good parking lot lunch, dude. Oh. Good parking lot with lime wedges cut, little onions in a bag.
Yes, lime wedges.
Cilantro in the bag. Oh. You got your own little hot sauce for the lunch for 30 people.
Did the best burrito.
And I was just I ate 15 tacos. That's a lie. That's an exaggeration.
You probably had 5.
I had 6 tacos. And they were so good.
Dude.
Actual corn tortillas. Lime wedges, cilantro, onion.
My main cider, his fiance will deliver lunch. Her and her mom make it. So whenever they're on site, I always find a way to stop by at least twice a week because she shows up at noon and she makes lunch. And I'll text Pablo, be like, hey, I'm going to be on site at noon. Make sure I got lunch. She goes, yeah, I'll make sure Maria's got it. I'm like, my man, thank you. And I pay her because like the guy.
They do $10 a plate?
No, so that's what's wild. Pablo pays for all the stuff and then pays her for a time to pay because he buys the guy's lunch. That's their deal for working for him. I give her $20 and she's like, it's only $5. I'm like, this is no. I physically don't feel good giving you $5 for a burrito.
They won't let me pay him. They won't let me pay him.
I slide her $20 in any way I can. I just like here. Like I throw it in the back. I throw it in the car. I find a way to give it to her. Or along with my boss don't listen to this, I slide Pablo a couple bucks, here and there to help him out. But like, dude, the best food. The only thing I don't like is when they lie to me. So the boys the other day, I thought this was funny. You'll laugh at this because you know me, because I'm pasty white when it comes to spice.
So Blanco.
Yeah, so Blanco.
Oh, so, they lied to you about spice.
Those bastards got me, bro. So Gio is a guy that we use occasionally. I've used Gio for years on and off, but I love Gio.
I think I know Gio.
No, I don't think you do. Gio's from Texas. He was our out west roofer, but he's got a roofing crew that we used for a job quick here in the cities. So Gio is our age. Gio's a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So Gio's over there cooking. I'm like, God, that smells fucking good. He goes, oh yeah, man, you gotta try it, man. You gotta try. I'm like, nah, it's probably fucking spicy. I know you. Because I know he loves spice. He goes, no. I would never do that to you, buddy. Red flag number 1.
Buddy.
Yeah, red flag number 1. I ignored that one. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Sure, it's got some sausage in a big, like, round bowl. He's fucking cooking. Like, rice is in there. Like, it looks so good. Smells beautiful. I'm like, all right, I'll take some. Hands me green salsa.
That's usually the mildest.
Yeah, no.
Usually the
not
mildest.
this one.
Green is
not this one. Red flag number 2 that I ignored. He goes, I'm like, what's the salsa? I was like, is it hot? He goes, no, buddy. I would never do that to you because I know. And he says the same thing to you. He goes, dude, I know your Blanco is shit. I'm not going to do that to you. All right, perfect. Thanks. Thank you, Gio. What does he do? Spiciest fucking thing I've ever put in my mouth. So I put it all over the taco, and I take a big-ass bite because, the taco is fantastic. Corn tortillas, the whole original.
You always have to try it.
Yeah, you have to. You have to go for it.
No. You stick your pinky in it.
I didn't. I ignored all signs.
Mistake.
And I had, the little mini tacos? That's what he gave me. So I had like 4 of them.
Yeah, I had 6 today.
Yeah, I probably took half of one in a bite. I regretted all decisions because the moment it hit my mouth, I lost the feeling in my tongue. I lost all feeling in my tongue, and I was like, I ate it. I'm crying on job. Crying. I'm salivating, drooling, and the homeowner comes out, and I'm like, fuck. How am I going to have this conversation? I'm over here like, and Gio's laughing. The boys are laughing because I never trust Gio for food because I've always just said no. They got me this one time, and they fucking got me. Dude, I'm over there. And Anna, nicest homeowner ever. Anna comes out and she goes, Are you okay? I go, do I look okay? Fucking tears. She's like, do you want some milk? I'm like, that'd be great. That makes the guys laugh.
She milked you out?
She literally brought me a glass of milk.
She milked you out?
No. She's the nicest lady, but she brings me a glass of milk, and I am crying. A
homeowner brought you milk?
Brought me milk
because you were in visible distress.
Visible pain. Visible pain. Not often do I openly admit that I made a fool of myself at work. I did. The boys got a laugh. It boosted morale on a shitty roof that we were doing. So, they're happy.
Dude, I love Mexicans. They are by far my favorite. And to hear that you got Blanco'd out, incredible. They've tried many times on this job because they cater lunch every day. They're like,
they haven't got you yet?
Rourke. You have to try. You're gonna eat lunch with us. And I was like, no, I have to take a board member out. I have to do this and that. I'm like, okay, well, we'll save it for you. And one morning they brought out tortas at 7:30 a.m. and I'm like, what is that? Why are we eating heavy ass sandwiches at 7:30 a.m.? He's like, hey, my girl made these, man. They're like really good. I'm like, I'm sure they are, dude. There's no way I'm eating that because I will be shitting my brains out till 2 p.m. It's 7 a.m., dude. I'm like, I'm not eating a freaking torta right now. It's like, man, I saved this one for you. I was like, open it. He's like, what do you mean? It's good. I'm like, how spicy is it? He goes, it's not spicy, bro.
Lies.
Like, open it. There's chiles all over it. I'm like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
He tried to get you.
You tried to make me sit in that porta potty that you told me needs to be cleaned out today. You're trying to make me sit on that porta potty today because I didn't call it in fast enough. Fuck you.
That's a bad PM.
And then he laughed so hard. The problem is I called it in 2 days prior.
Dude.
And Biffy or Jimmy Johnny's is dog shit.
Dude, there's a have you ever seen what is it? It's that TikTok of the guy who does the small face as the oil rigger. It's got the boss.
Oh, he like pretends to be the foreman and he's
yeah. It's foreman and it's like 2 other characters. A hard hat. Yes. Tommy's one of them. God,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So he does when he goes, man, porta shitter people show up and they find, he's like, well, you can't put it in the shade. How about over there in the middle of that pond out in the sun? And I was like, I have never experienced more disrespect than by a porta john company in my entire life.
Nope.
They don't care. Hey, the porta shitter is full. Yeah, we'll be there in 7 to 12 business days. It's like, you guys said you're going to be here every 3 days to clean it. That's a lie. Like, right. It's so real.
My favorite to end this podcast is...
Hold on, we got to talk about one more thing.
What's up?
What did you get lately? Because I ordered some. What do you think I ordered recently?
What do you mean?
What could I have ordered recently that just came out for order that you think I would want, that I wanted?
I have no idea.
Really? Is that open? Carter, can you take a guess?
No, it's everything.
Shut up, Carter.
No, what are you talking about?
I ordered DSD mallards.
Oh, you did?
Bro. Yeah, like
nice.
The DSDs, man. You got to have them.
Stoked about those.
Dude, I am pumped. That keel system, the whole thing, fucking...
You know it's going to be top notch.
I'm pumped.
No. My porta john horror story was... The guy is dropping him off. He should have dropped him off a day before. And I'm like, dude, where have you been? He's like, sorry, man. My runs, whatever.
Runs?
No, his runs. He couldn't drop him off in time. Very funny. But I'm like, okay. And I'm talking to him as he's putting the water into it. Whatever.
That blue Satan
I was like,
water.
this is, the blue Smurf kisses on your asshole. And he's like, all right, man, you're good to go. I'm like, I'm cool. I really have to poop anyway. The first thing I do is I take the toilet paper and I just pull as much as I can into that toilet bowl so I don't get a blue Smurf kiss on my butthole.
I've never thought of doing that.
You're an idiot. It's incredible how big of a difference it makes. But you have to put like a quarter of the roll into the toilet.
I just accept the Smurf kiss. And it is what it
I
is.
refuse HIV. I refuse it because God knows what's in that water. God knows.
It can't be good.
Can't be good. And I'm doing this, and I hear a very loud buzzing noise. And I go, what is that? And I cannot explain to you how bad I had to shit. Like, as I'm pulling the toilet paper into the bowl, right? That 6-foot drop into the toilet bowl of the Jimmy Johnnies. Pulling that thing as hard as I can because I'm like, okay, I need to do this, and then I need to wipe the toilet seat with the toilet paper.
And not shit myself.
And I hear this loud buzzing noise. And all of a sudden I look up. There is a 6-inch hornet's nest inside of the Biffy. And there is nothing I could... He literally just dropped this thing off.
Dude,
I'm like, fuck you.
You've never lived until you've shit in a hornet-infested shitter and you look up and you're like, God damn it, it's hot here.
Think about this. The way that they get all the stuff out of the porta john is they stick a vacuum into it and pull everything out. And you don't think that motherfucker knows there was a hornet's nest and couldn't have gone to the hornet's nest? He's like,
doesn't care.
Fuck the next guy.
100%.
Here I am. So scared that these things are just like, they're all just sitting on top of the nest like this. Staring at me. This fucking guy.
Hold on, so one more quick, because you're going to
guy.
love this. So in all of my years of commercial work, Tommy and I only shared a job site once when Tommy was laying brick. And Kiffmeyer has the porta johns there. And I don't know if you've worked with them on commercial work, but they don't ever call porta john in. And they have like 12 fucking bricklayers. So those porta johns fill up quick. I'm doing underground. And I worked at Daily. And I open the door. It's level. And I was like, fuck that, man.
Straight out of Wee Fest.
I was like, fuck that, man.
Straight out of Wee
I'll
Fest.
drive to the gas station. I'll get yelled at by my foreman. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I refuse to stand on it. Tommy opens it and sends me a snap. He goes, well, and the next snap I get is his feet touching the lid. And he just holds on to the front and he goes, the best part is, I don't know what hit it, but it rocked it forward. So on video, he's holding the camera with one hand and he has his hand on the door. The door opens and he just falls out. Fucking no pants on. just pants around his ankles. So he's just fucking sprawled out, ass out the whole nine. And whoever was driving by goes, Jesus. Just keeps going. Doesn't feel bad that he pumped the shitter. Just nothing. And I get the snap as I'm at the gas station. I was like, this was so worth it not being me.
Oh my God. Oh. We have to end this podcast,
yeah,
Gavin.
we're at like 2 hours.
You and I can talk forever. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Midwest Flyways. If you enjoyed this, please leave a review. We're going to give a bunch of shit away at 1,000 reviews. And Gavin, I don't know why you took your headphones off. I have one more thing to tell you.